All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the millstone, and to all the Akim across the globe, preaching the word, the truth, and sincerity. I want to say Shalom. This is our diet now from the great millstone camp in Chicago, with pretty much a rebuke, man. And I don't really do rebukes, okay? But the time coming to the end, you got more and more people out here that need to be put in their place, man. All right, starting with ITR, the BOW, and other upstarts. And I'm gonna call Nazariah an upstart because he forgotten the first love. All right, he had forgotten the first oracle, the principles, all right, in which he was taught when he was brought in the truth. All right, so they're all in the same boat. All right, and one sure sign of rebellion with these groups, that they go against their teachers, man. All right? So through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Hebrews 5:12. For the time you ought to be teachers, ye have neither one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. All right, so if you want to be a teacher, all right, you gotta be willing to be taught. All right. Now I equate this as a student, as a young adolescent going in class, first, second, third grade. The teacher goes around the class and asks, "Well, what do you want to be when you grow up?" And you have some students, your classmates, that say they want to be teachers. But how can they grow and develop to be teachers if they don't listen to the teachers that are being put in front of them? See how silly that sounds? Okay. For when the time you ought to be teachers, you have need. Look at that word need. If you want to be a teacher, you gotta have the need to be taught. All right, these guys don't want to be taught. They want to lean into their own understanding. They want to take the things they agree with from the apostles, all right, and the elders, and put it in a gumbo of abomination, man. All right. What's the word need? Necessity, need, duty, business. All right? A requirement, a demand, necessary, use, and want. So it's necessary that you be taught by teachers, man. I've never met anybody in the world that woke up one day and just started doing something without being taught, man. Okay? I didn't wake up one day like, oh, I know how to tie my shoe. My sister took hours and hours and days trying to man my brother to show me how to tie my shoes, man. Okay? If you want to be taught on something, you have to be, if you want to learn something, you have to be taught. They had a thing called driver's ed. All right? When you went to driver's ed, you had You had an instructor who showed you what it means to yield, what it means to put on your right turn and a detour, and to how to merge, how to parallel park. Same thing in the truth, man. For the time you have to be teachers, you have need, you have necessity. The one teach you again, which be the further principles of the oracles of the Most High. So you gotta have somebody to teach you the basics of these scriptures, man. Okay? You just can't jump into the Olympic-sized swimming pool, all right, thinking you could do a triple Lindy when you haven't learned how to float, all right? It says, and are become such as need of milk and not of strong meat. Because once you start to realize that these people who have no understanding, all right, you can get them with the basics, man. Okay, because you're talking about Esau's righteous, man. Okay, it's totally off. You can go back to Genesis, all right, which is going to take time to break it down, but the point being, those who are learned, those who have understanding, those who were taught, can link Cain with Esau, all right, and so on and so forth, man. You see? It says, you have need of milk and not strong meat. Hey, look, you need to have milk so you can grow, all right? 13, for everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of the righteousness, for he is a babe. And there's nothing wrong with being milk. There's nothing wrong with going up and doing a regular layup, okay? There's nothing wrong with just doing a 24 dive, man, okay? There's nothing wrong with just being basic, man. All right, there's a lot of slacking. There are brothers who are expertise in using the milk, okay? But their expertise in using the milk becomes so precise and accurate in their teachings that when they go into the meat, it's very simple to understand. I.e., the apostles, the elders, the brothers that you have in your camp. But strong meat belongeth to them that are full of age, even those who, by reasons of use, have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. And a lot of you young guys are young, man. And I'm young, okay? But you guys coming up are in your late teens, early 20s. All right, been studying for a couple of years, months maybe. All right? You haven't had the experience of getting put out your homes, having your wife leave you with your children or moving across the country, losing jobs, being homeless, okay? You don't know what to look for when you see wolves in sheep's clothing, man. All right? One thing that you cannot be taught is experience, man. Experience comes with learning and living, man. All right? So your discernment is really off because you have no basis or foundation to draw back on to bring you to a conclusion of a righteous judge, all right, or a spiritual answer, man. All right. Let me see. There's another one was according to this doctrine. First Timothy 6:1. It says, "Let as many servants as are under the yoke count their own masters worthy of all honor, and the name of the Most High and His doctrine be not blasphemed." And that's the problem with you people, man. You don't want to give honor to anybody. Like, really, what you are, you're worshipers of yourselves, man. You're your own idol, all right? Which means you're your own abomination, man. Okay. And the Lord is going to destroy you for that, man. It's lovers of themselves. All right, you got to put yourself up under the burden, up under the yoke, up under the straight gate, the straight way that all those who went before us has done, man. Okay? We have plenty of examples of our men being taught, being brought under the tutelage of what? Of their masters, of their teachers. So why should it be any different? Let as many servants as are under the yoke count their own masters worthy of all honor. Right, man. So, I played sports at a, relatively decent level. Okay, I had some good coaches and bad coaches. But guess what? Every coach that I had added unto my skill set. I took away something from them, whether I liked them or not. All right, the things that they taught me were profitable into my development into the next stage. All right. So yes, they are worthy of credit. How much more the men of the Lord, man? Brothers who done answered your phone call at 3 in the morning when your girlfriend tripping, man, or your wife is tripping, or came and got you from miles and miles away because your girl put you out the house and you got all your clothes with you in the car, man. Or how about the time where we knocked on a brother's door and asked him, for a place to rest when when your own family put you out, man? Are they not worthy of these honors, man? Who to labor with you in these scriptures, giving breakdowns to you, giving you correction and guidance according to the Spirit of the Lord, but yet you want to count yourselves as if you're the one that done these things to you. And death to you, man. Death to you ITRs and your BOWs, man. All right. It says, verse 2, "And they that have believing masters, let them not despise them, because they are brethren, but rather do them service because they are faithful and beloved, partakers of the benefit. These things teach and exhort." See, when I came up, I came up with during the biker jacket. All right, I came up, Salaki, with the first order of the 3 videos a week. All right, I was around when camp heads were getting kicked out and suspended. Okay. And I said some foolish things. I've done some foolish things in those times because I had no understanding. Not knowing that these men, all right, who had a bump on the road at that time, or may have done some things I perceived to be off, okay, were still men of the Lord. A misstep does not make you not a man of the Lord. All right? So I had to learn, all right, and had to get the experience of what it is I'm actually seeing, hearing, and learning. When it's all said and done, these all men have been proven to be worthy of praise, man. Worthy of exhortation. Worthy of service, man. Okay? These are my brethren, man. The apostles, the elders, GMS Chicago, GMS Indianapolis, Indiana, GMS Des Moines, Iowa, GMS Nebraska, the brothers in Michigan. I mean, all the brothers came and visited and stayed a great deal of days with us. I've sat down with them. I done learned from the elder Elder Barak from LA. See, when these men come to town, we have attentive ears to hear their wisdom, to hear their experience, that when they speak, they can pass on some things that we may need in our further walk, man. We're not going to despise these men, but we're going to uplift them, man. Why? Because they're all striving for the spiritual gift, which is salvation, man. Verse 3, if any man teach otherwise and consent not to wholesome words, which are these scriptures, even the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and due to the doctrine which is according to godliness, he is proud, knoweth nothing, but doteth about questions and strifes of words, will come of envy, strife, railings, and evil surmises, man. And let's go to the New Living Translation. It says, anyone who teaches something different is arrogant. Hey, you can look at the arrogancy of Nazariah, man. The arrogancy of the BOW, man. Okay? And these men are clouds without water, man. All right? Anyone who teaches something different is arrogant and lacks understanding. Such a person has an unhealthy desire to quibble over the meaning of words. And when they say quibble over meanings of words, right? All right, we are supposed to be looking into the Hebrew, the Greek, the etymology, okay? All right, but we're not supposed to be because brothers sometimes slip of the tongue, man. All right, but you gotta be able to discern what the message is being conveyed. Such a person has an unhealthy desire, right? They have an unhealthy desire. All right, to squabble over words, to fight over words. This stirs up arguments, ending in jealousy, division, slander, and evil suspicions, man. And these are these guys who sit there and say, give perfect example. All right, the mark of the beast, right, or the microchip. There's a point in time where we're like, man, the microchip is going to be implemented, during this time, which was nothing but hasten the day of the Lord. It didn't come to pass, but the point being is that it came to pass afterwards, man. So you want to sit there and be judgmental over a brother hastening the day of the Lord, when all actuality, all right, it's gonna come regardless, man. Whether it be in June of 2011 or August 2021, man, it's coming, man. We want the mark of the beast to come now, tomorrow, man. But you want to squibble over words, all right, knowing in your heart that it doesn't matter when it's coming. We know that it is coming, and it's coming soon, man. All right. Hey, man, you guys are none of the novices, man. It says, 1 Timothy 3 and 5, for if a man know not how to rule his own house, how should he take care of the church of the Most High? All right, and the ruling your own house could be from your own spiritual, of your own physical body. All right, not giving in to the worldly lust, so to speak. Okay, but also to your own home, your own physical home. All right, but also to the camp. If you're a camp head, your men should be in order, man. All right, you should be trying to push a doctrine, all right, like Nazariah did when he asked the man, is Esau righteous? The man get the right answer and said no. But yet he was convinced, trying to be persuaded. Nazariah was trying to persuade the man into him believing that Esau righteous, and the answer is fuck no, man. Esau is not righteous, man. Esau is the wicked, created for destruction, man. Verse 6, not a novice, lest being lifted up with pride, he fell into the condemnation of the devil. Hey, let's look up that word novice, man. Because that's what you guys are. You're novices, man. Even you, Nazariah, you're a novice. Neophytos, we go to the word neophyte, newly planted. Okay? You guys could be sons and possibly grandchildren of the elders and the apostles, and yet you walk around like you have more knowledge than the elders and apostles. Could it happen? Yes, it could happen. But you men are not the ones. Y'all about to be outside set up the elders and apostles to teach us, man. Matter of fact, let's get this. Get this. Jeremiah 3:15, I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Hey, what knowledge and understanding are you giving us by telling our people that Esau is righteous, man? They try to justify that wicked ass doctrine, man. Or you BOW out there in the highways and the byways, talking about taking arms, talking about you gonna meet Esau with guns, man. Where have you learned that from? It wasn't from our elders and apostles. You see? I'm gonna close it on this. Second Peter. So 2 Peter 2:10, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government. And you got to despise order, man. All right, you want to come in being a rookie and you want to take LeBron James' spot because you think you bad. Because Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless said they compared you to LeBron, man. All right, you despise order, you despise the rank. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh and the lust of uncleanness. Hey, you either walking in the flesh, in the lust. You want to be some kind of man. You want to be the man. All right, but guess what? The man has a target on his back. And despise the government. Presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignity. Hey, let's look at that word self-willed. You gotta have a self-willed, man. Teach it for your own agenda, man. Where's it at? Self-willed. Self-pleasing, self-willed, arrogant. You guys are arrogant, man. Novices, man. Puffed up with pride, man. And you can see it, you can hear it. Not afraid to speak evil of dignities, man. Who are the dignities, man? Elders and apostles. Your teachers, the men that the Lord has set up. Whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not railing accusation against them before the Lord. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption. Hey, that's why you used to understand this, but the Lord took it away from you. So now you're a natural brute beast, man. You don't understand none of these scriptures, man. Okay? You have no precepts, all right, to back up your claims. BOW, you just man, I pray y'all about to be outside, man, destroy y'all publicly, man. Verse 13, and shall receive the reward of unrighteousness. You said Esau the righteous, but the scripture says they're not. So guess what? That leaves you in the boat with the unrighteous, man. And he shall receive unrighteousness as they count it pleasure to riot in the daytime. Spots they are, and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you, man. Talking about the angels and the UFOs and are not in the scriptures, man. But you guys, man, I can't wait, man. You to come around here and lost 30 pounds and expect us to believe. Man, it's whatever, man. Verse 14, having eyes full of adultery that cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls. That's what you're doing. You're beguiling, trying to trick unstable souls, man. Trying to put to Esau the righteous doctrine, man. All right, we're the whole time you was a camp. We got on Esau every goddamn week, man. By him being the wicked and being unrighteous, man. It said in the land of uprightness, he will not deal righteously, man. So what makes him righteous, man? Having eyes full of adultery and they cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls, a heart they have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children, man. You're a cursed child of the Lord, man. You're a cursed child of Satan, man. Which have forsaken the right way and are gone astray, following the way of Balaam, the son of Besor, who loves the wages of unrighteousness, and you have, man. Blasphemy after blasphemy, false doctrine after false doctrine. But was rebuked for his iniquity, the dumb ass speaking with a man's voice, forbade the madness of the prophet, man. And we're doing the same thing, man. We're forbidding you the madness, man. These are wells without water, clouds that are carried with a tempest, to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever, man. Yeah, you're never gonna come into the light again, man. It's over with for you. For when they speak great swelling words of vanity, they allure through the lust of the flesh, through much wantonness, those that were clean escape from them who live in error. While they promise themselves liberty, they themselves are the servants of corruption. For if a man is overcome, of the same is he brought into bondage, man. Man, you brought back into the bondage, man. You're going back to your own vomit as you was before you got back in the truth, man. And where have you been for the last 7 months, man? 6 months, man. For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world, through the knowledge of the Lord, yet in Savior, Yahweh Shai, they are again entangled therein. You're entangled back in the world, man. You want to be seen, you want to be heard, you want to be some kind of great teacher. At the end is worse with them than the beginning. With that one, say, call halal, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostle of the elder, great millstone. Till next time, shalom.